What's going on, everyone? Championship for here, back at it again with another episode of Operation 6-6, but this time we're outside the country. So y'all know how I like to start it off. Just going to give you a little background. So you see this spot, I'm in Honduras right now. Nice spot. It's like MTV Cribs kind of, because I'm just going through the whole spot. It was good. It was this one we stayed in places like this, 3 bedroom, 3 bathrooms, and it was only $60 a night. Solid, right? But overall, the experience was phenomenal. I'm gonna eat, try different fruits. Leash was the first time I ate that. This is like a majority of the food I was eating, the type of foods I ate down there, Honduran style. Pretty solid food. Baleadas, that's from Baleadas Express. Uh, some beef, some soups, solid good food. Tamales, I have to eat the tamales. And I kind of lived on the beach, enjoyed it as much as possible when the weather allowed, right? Went through a cave, went snorkeling, and just met different people. Connected with some folks that I already knew on the track, and some new people that could be considered family now, right? And of course my family that I ended up going to the wedding for. But now that the background check is up, check out the weather. The weather was not what's up, and that plays a role in the training. So we definitely modified a good amount of our training because of the rain, the weather, but we made sure we got the work in. First thing, if we can't get it outside, guess we're gonna get it inside, and that's what we had to do day one, right? What we did was some absorption, just getting into the routine of training. My brother, being that he was training by himself, for the majority of the time, he was a little bit raw, so I had to kind of go over the basics with him, make sure that he was good, and fix the basic form. With this being more of a top end day, I still wanted to make sure we try to run a little fast, but we're always going to start with some resistance, kind of building the base. And for our top end speed work, we used the wood weight treadmill. For me, it was relatively smooth. For him, not so much. Never used it. You can see my bro got the T-Rex arm going, but we made it work. And after we finished doing the work and got something out of it, we just did a resistance training, more upper body. Mind you, we already lifted kind of like full body, but focus was upper body on this day, because it was the first day getting into some type of speed work for him at least, and I didn't want to overdo him. Then after we finished that, we're going out of town, getting ready for the wedding, and for our work, just got to get moving. That following day, we're just getting moving, making sure our body's on point, pull side, getting the hips, working on the little muscles, and mosquitoes are killing me at this point. I had already put off on, but I got in the pool, so now they trying to eat me up. Now on our next training day, because remember that was a movement day, we're going back to some resistance, just kind of ingraining that in him, right? We were supposed to hit the track, but the weather didn't allow it, so we took today as a acceleration resistance, just kind of make sure we get that movement consistent, and then we're going to hit some relatively explosive and heavy weights with the mindset of hitting the track the following day. And with the weights, we got to have the contrast. That's automatic. After we finished doing that, I wanted my bro to get comfortable with the wood weight, so I just had him jog around it, on it, and just to get the flow of it, right? Now, day one on the track, this is time to see what he's really been doing. It's time to really get explosive. I have the weight vest on, and now I got to see what type of speed he really has. He runs a little awkward. You see how he kind of runs like Tyreek Hill a little bit. He's moving a little bit like my guy Tyreek Hill, for real though. Bro is kind of gone. It was a little tough to get him.
No te olvides.
Okay.
No te olvides. That's the last one you're gonna win.
¿Ah? Okay.
Sí, confío en ti, hermano. Sí, confío en ti, pero confío en mí más. Ah! We gonna see. He can't win no more. Yeah.
So I got it on my mind. I was like, yeah, bro, you can't win. I took the vest off. I still gave him I started off his movement, and we were barely able to tie there. So I moved us back a little bit more, make sure we get to the 40s. And Guess what? Injury. Bro got hurt. He hadn't been training, sprinting like that, so that's what happened. But he was running really well. Pulled up still at a 4.87 for the 40. I'm like, okay. I was 4.69 running through. I know I had to finish my work though, so I finished my last couple sprints, and then we headed to the weight room. Made sure that he got some prehab work, and then we just didn't just say, oh, we're gonna chill. You can move it, we're gonna move it, and that's the best way to make sure we rehab it. Just going to the next stage, you just weren't going to be able to do anything high intense, but I'm still gonna get it in. And I had one of the pro soccer players come join me in his off season, and it was good work.
Listo, y después tú puedes ir. Yeah. Listo?
Now, I did have him running with me. The last one was a 110. Really just sprint 60 and float 50. He didn't float 50, but he did sprint the first 60, and he is moving. He has some speed, natural speed, especially considering the fact that he hasn't, just the first time putting spikes ever. Just a natural, fast soccer player. One of the fastest on the team, I believe. Maybe the fastest over there for marathon. So, yeah, it's great person to train with. You notice how he's slowing down much more right there, because I told him to cruise. Bro just slowed down. But we did go through the 60 relatively fast. He's going at 7 low pace, which is phenomenal for somebody that doesn't run track. After that, got to get some endurance work. Since it's a speed endurance day, you know, I got to make sure the hamstrings on point, conditioning those, the hip flexors, and I like to use this type of training for rehab, just making sure my body's on point, just adding the extra finisher, right? And now on the following day, we back at it with this type of resistance training when we hit the weight room. This is like 3 days after we finish this prior training. Getting into acceleration again. So if you haven't noticed, I have one acceleration day, one top end day, and then an endurance day. Playing around with that, and it's been pretty smooth, especially getting my brother into it. I'm just trying to get him reps and condition his body so he can do it. So on this acceleration day, you'll see we'll do this co-contraction work as well. You'll notice that a lot of people catch themselves when they sprinting, but we don't want to do that. We want to make sure we do some limb exchange, and attack back on the track, at the track, right? And of course, if your ankles aren't doing what they're supposed to do, you're not going to be able to run as fast as you can. So we got to condition those. Now, the interesting part was when we had to go and do our somewhat endurance top end day on the field with cows, chickens. Pretty solid day though. Work was done. I did these 40s. And I was sprinting, the kids were like, oh, I want to race. And I was like, okay, gave them a little head start, used them as rabbits, and, had to dust them. Fun time, though, fun time. Now, for the following movement day, I had to get in the pool, get some good movement in there, let my body recover a little bit before I hit this legit track workout on this not legit track.
It looked like a regular track, but look, it's concrete, baby. It's concrete. Got to get it in. Hey, no cones. We gotta use shoes, water bottles. We're gonna get that work.
No, definitely have to get the work in. As you can tell, I have a weight vest on. I'm working on vertical force. That way I can condition myself. This is the speed endurance day, so it's a little longer runs, 40, 60, 80. That was the times. This is for the 60. And I had my brother running as well. I just kept him at 40s, and then had him like stride a 60 or 2 to seeing how it feels. But you can see that he still has a little limp. My goal for him was within 2 weeks to be able to run full speed again, and we're on track. So this is just around the middle. Now, for me, this is my final rep. I took the weight vest off so that way, contrast, and I can run as fast as possible. And I set a goal for myself, and guess what? I hit my goal. The times were right on point with what I felt like I should hit running on concrete track with shoes. Now, after we finish that, we go to the weight room, do a good little weight session, and we finish off with this type of ISO just to make sure we condition the body, make sure we're on point, right? Now, we're going into our last 2 training sessions. First training session was on the 29th, which is hill work, still keeping the same format. We just modified and did it with a contrast this time. And then the final day was 2 days later, which was New Year's Eve, the moment of truth. 2 weeks after my brother pulled his groin, I said, we're going to try to run fast today. We've been going through the whole prehab, doing everything. So today should be a day that you can run fast. I'm going to let you go fast by yourself. Let's see how it goes. And it looked pretty smooth. What I told him was, if you do another good one, fast by yourself, this final one, I'm going to use you as a rabbit, and let's see how fast you can really run.
Buena suerte. So, lo más relajado que puedas, pero tienes que irte. Esta vez yo voy a tratar de agarrarte, pues.
Basically told him, run as fast and relaxed as possible. I'm going to try to catch you. And now I'm going. I'm coming. Yeah, I'm going to catch you, bro. I'm going to catch you. I'm coming. Nah, no, I didn't. So as you can see, we have a decent distance between us, but I was like, it should be close enough if you go within 2 seconds. Now I got out, I was catching up, but bro was moving pretty well. Mind you, he's just getting into sprinting, so it's a little rough, but he has the raw speed. We're gonna get to it for sure.
Casi la agarré.